So I don't know if the wind is gonna pick up on the audio. If it does, then fuck it. But I'm taking my morning walk right now. I'm in Florida. It's a fucking vibe. And I decided I'm gonna start making these little segments where it's almost like morning therapy, like walk talks. I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. Where I kind of just walk. I take my morning walk and just chop it up with the camera, which will ultimately be YouTube. It's so interesting because business, one of the things I've really learned, bro, truthfully, and I didn't want to believe this for a long time. I didn't want to believe this for a super long time. But there's really no blueprint to this shit. There's no fucking blueprint. Like, it doesn't matter how many videos you watch on YouTube. It doesn't matter how many programs you buy. It doesn't matter how many courses you buy. It doesn't matter about any of that. Because to be honest with you, like, 3 years ago, I had negative $48 in my bank account. Like, I'm not the richest person in the fucking world by any means. But I was able to at least get to on a fucking Wednesday morning. I got no job to go to. And honestly, when I look back on my journey so far, it's like, bro, I just took so many fucking losses, bro. Like, I lost so many times, like hundreds of thousands of dollars down the drain, bro. Just brutal fucking losses, brutal. Like shit that I still don't even really talk about on the internet. Shit that was so bad, like 100,000 out of the bank account in fucking 30 days. Boom, back to zero. Like shit like that. I lost so many times, bro. And I realized it's like the game is just about how quickly can you get back up off the ground after business or life fucks you up. Because you're gonna get fucked up. You're stepping into the boxing ring of life. You're gonna catch some fucking mean punches. And how quickly can you get back up is how quickly you're gonna make it far. How quickly you're gonna be able to move further. That's a better way of saying it. Like, you're gonna get in that boxing ring with life. You're gonna be like, yo, I'm hyped up, man. I can't wait to start life, start this new life journey. Life's gonna come in with that crazy two-piece Mayweather, start fucking beating the shit out of you. You're gonna get knocked down, probably gonna lose some bread. If you can get back up quick, what happens is you start learning how to use your hands. Now you're dodging punches. You know how to roll a little bit. You know how to weave a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Got some head movement. Pause. And then what happens is, next thing you know, you start giving life some ass whoopings. You start beating on life a little bit. Next thing you know, you got that hoe that you always wanted. You got the money you always wanted. You start getting the things you want. But it wasn't necessarily because you changed anything. Sure, there's some habits and stuff you have to adapt and adopt, and some things you have to adapt to, and some changes you have to make. But truthfully, it's because you get better at fighting by losing fights. And life is nothing more or nothing less than just one big fight. And the best fighters are the guys who have the most time in the ring. And I think that beginners, one thing that I notice with beginners is that they'll start, and then when they start to lose, they start to get fucked up, they start thinking it's them. Like, damn, man, I suck. Everyone else is making money. Damn, bro, like, does this shit even work? Bro, you're in the key spot because life's now beating the shit out of you. This is exactly where half the people get off the ride, half the people get off, half the people get off the train. The other half the people stand up in that boxing ring, they tighten their gloves up, they still don't really know how to fight, they're probably gonna get fucked up again, but they're back up on their feet, they're throwing jabs, they're trying. And I think that so many of you guys probably agree with what I'm saying, but you still haven't jumped in the ring. It's like, bro, you gotta just jump in that ring, dude. Because I'm telling you right now, if you started any business, for me, I talk a lot about e-com because that's what I do, that's what changed my situation. But if you start any business, bro, look at it like this. This thing that I'm starting is gonna fucking damn near kill me. But if I can hang on long enough, I can really do some cool shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't see on my channel yet, you don't see like the crazy whips, the crazy watches. Like I said, I'm not sitting here at the highest level yet, but I've taken 14 flights in the last 5 months, been to 8 cities. And it's like, every time I get on a plane, I just look around, I'm like taking a deep breath, just so grateful of all the fucking battle scars I had to take just to get to this point. Never mind to get to that next level. I know what's coming for me to get to that next level. I know I got a lot of shit to handle, but my confidence comes from the fact that I think I'm a good fighter. I think I'm a good fighter. I think I've been in the ring enough times to know, okay, bet, here comes some punches. Weave. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to make this video. I kind of had this top of mind. I'm kind of just spilling my thoughts right now because there's so many guys on here, girls too, but most of my audience is men. So there's so many guys on here, bro, that they like to talk about and they like to watch guys who have been in the ring a lot. When I mean been in the ring, I mean their life experience. I don't necessarily mean, you know, fighting. If you look at guys like Trump, right, regardless of what you swing politically, this isn't a political video, but just if you look at guys like Trump, that motherfucker was a billionaire or whatever, gets completely destroyed by the media. They're slandering him, try to put him in jail, they try to shoot him, whatever, boom, still wins. You look at a guy like Tate, right? Tate was already rich, he was already living his life, boom, he starts going after all these different things and they're trying to destroy him. He just keeps showing up, keep making videos, keep talking, keep moving forward. You look at all these guys, right? Like, even if you look at like the younger generation of entrepreneurs, if you look at like Iman, you know, somebody like him, his situation, I've heard him talk about it in his videos, is like, he had a situation where his father or stepfather was like, you know, abusive and wasn't helping the family and they were kind of fucked. And you're just getting fucked up by life, bro. You're getting fucked up by life. And you have no choice but to get good at fighting because you chose to get in the ring. And some people might hear that and get nervous, but it's like, bro, by never getting in the ring, you end up never being able to fight, which means you never know how to solve problems if you don't get in the ring. And you could look at the ring kind of as like your life's goals, your life's dreams. It doesn't have to be business and millions of dollars. It could even be like, let's say you work a corporate job and you make $70K a year and you want to get that raise to 90 or you want to get that raise to 100 or 85, whatever. You know, to get that raise, you got to fucking go hard as fuck because there's a lot of people who want that raise. So getting in the ring might just be fucking office hella early, office hella late, people not noticing your work, people disrespecting you when you don't deserve it. All that shit is part of the ring. That's life fucking you up. It doesn't just mean, you know, the most brutal losses. Sometimes it's just like you're working 12 hours a day and nobody notices, and then you get disrespected when you expect to be applauded. That's all part of the ring, dude. If you can keep going through that, you're gonna end up with such a callus on your emotions that all you focus on is the mission. That's why you see so many of these big guys, like some of the guys I just named, and even like some of these other really, really big entrepreneurs, guys like Elon, even if you look at guys like Tai Lopez, if you look at a lot of these big entrepreneurs, that's why they're able to fucking crush for so long. It's because they're no longer really filled with emotion. They have such a callus. They've been fighting for so long, bro. They've been in the ring for so long that at this point, they're just focused on the mission. And like, you know, I can't say I'm anywhere near that point yet because obviously those guys are fucking a million times, billion, trillion times higher than me. But I understand the concept. Like, I get it. It's this game of truly just how long are you willing to get fucked up for, and then how quickly can you get up when life starts beating your ass. And so many people might watch this video in a situation where they're taking an ass beating right now. The worst, I mean the absolute worst. I'm talking about, this is just as bad as doing drugs. The worst thing you can do is do the whole woe is me thing. Why me? Why this? I'm a good guy. It's fucking gay, bro. It's gay. It's a waste of time. What you need to do when life starts beating your ass, take it from a guy. Take it from a guy who has, I made $100,000 in profit, liquid, fucking lost it all in 40 days. Made it back, lost it again. Made it back. Like, I've seen it all. Credit card debt, all of this shit. Not talking about like outside of business, other life shit too. And like, the worst thing you can do is do the whole like, woe is me, why me, I'm a good guy, this should have never happened. What you need to do is look in the mirror and say, all right, motherfucker, 12-round fight. They got me right now. They got me up against the ropes. I gotta put my gloves on. I gotta start fucking fighting. Because the only way I'm gonna get out is if I can knock this motherfucker out. And the 12-round fight analogy is so perfect because the year is 12 months. So just because you're losing round 1 and 2 of the year, you might be getting fucked up January, February. That doesn't mean you lost a fight. You hit life with a few of the right punches, you're out of here. You're out of here. You can knock the motherfucker out 12th round. But if you get out of the ring and you submit, you're done. You're done, bro. You're done. Look at life like a 12-round boxing match. look at life like a 12-round boxing match. It's like, all right, today's March 26th, the day I'm recording this. So that's January, February, March. We're on round 3 of 12 this year. I would say, if I were to give an analysis of my life, truthfully, I'm not one of these fucking gurus who tries to get on here and, you know, make it like I'm living a fairy tale. I would say round 1 of this year, January, I won that. I did well in January. Things were good. I took care of my people. Everything was good. Round 2 of February, I got fucking mauled. February beat the dog shit out of me. I lost a bunch of money. Businesses had tons of issues, personal issues. Shit was bad. I was getting fucked up, right? March, round 3, I would say it's kind of in the middle. It's kind of in the middle. I'm still fighting, though. I'm throwing jabs, haymakers. I'm weaving. I'm throwing combinations. I'm giving this bitch all I got. It ain't the best month, but shit, I'm in here fighting. Next month, I should have, you know, the upper hand. The momentum should be in my favor because of all the fighting I've done so far. But it's not like I'm getting on here saying, yeah, guys, I just wake up, 25 million sitting under my mattress, have a coffee, listen to the birds chirp, like the most of these fucking internet losers do. Like, bro, this shit's a fight. It's a fight. And the coolest thing about it is fighting takes no unique skill to start. Hold on. There's landscapers right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the camera rolling, but I'm going to stay quiet. I'm going to stay quiet, and then I'll have the editor cut all this shit out. Yeah, so, you know, the coolest thing about fighting, the coolest thing about trying to get your life to the next level, the coolest thing about trying to change the trajectory that you're on is that it doesn't take any unique intelligence. It doesn't take any unique skill set. All it takes is some fucking willpower, some balls, and the ability to fucking have a ton of pain, a high threshold for pain, high tolerance for stress, and a high tolerance for risk. If you're willing to risk it, you have the stress tolerance to handle the risk, and you can take the punches long enough, bro, they cannot fuck with you, bro. They cannot fuck with you. It might not be in a month, it might not be in 2 months, it might not be in fucking 2 years. They cannot fuck with you. If you're a type of person who can handle fucking stress, handle fucking risk, and knows how to fucking eat punches, bro, you're a cheat code. You're a cheat code. The only thing you're playing against at that point is the clock. You're playing against the clock. You got to put in that fucking reps, get in the ring, get enough rounds under your belt, because you're going to look up one day and be like, yo, I really beat the shit out of this game of life. I really beat the shit out of this game of life. Like, I stood in that fire, in debt, no money, living in a place I didn't want to live, no hope, bad habits, this, that. And now look at you, sitting there like a fucking G. Wife don't work. She's driving a pink Porsche. Kids going to school. You're cooking up on the fucking Blackstone grill, making fucking eggs, 30 million in the bank. They can't fuck with you, bro. So I wanted to kind of get this in there, man. You guys deserve this shit. If you're in a situation right now where you feel like life's beating your ass, just remember, it's a 12-round fight. Don't run from the ring. Don't submit. Tighten your fucking gloves up. Start swinging. Stay in there. Keep getting up. Don't stop fucking fighting. And at some point, you're going to start beating the shit out of life. Love y'all, man. Peace.